Hello everybody, it's me, the Traffic Rate, and I've been having a hell of a week with computers. And, yeah, to say the least, it's been, annoying. But I think I'm close to getting it all settled. I, recently changed my hard drive, so I should have little to no stuttering issues anymore with most games that I play, because mostly it's been my hard drive trying to seek and do other things while my game was running. But I've got a new solid-state drive that operates at more than 10 times the efficiency of my old one, and that's fantastic. And along with a new installation of my computer comes with all sorts of little hiccups and forgetful things on my end. So, you know, whatever. The moral of the story is double check everything you do when you try to do a new installation. Anyway, so last time I told you I would show you how to kill this crystal lizard. When you walk up to it, when you try to attack it, if you're using this sword, you should put it in both hands. Alright, we're gonna take care of this guy, he's bothering me. Rude. So rude. Get out. Put your sword in both hands, and if you look closely, there's a spot on the ground where my sword will make contact and spark. That's the spot you want to have the lizard in. You want it to be about that far in front of you and slightly to the left. And that's where you'll be able to hit it. And it is large enough to hit if you don't hit to just your left, but it's easier if you line it up like that. And that'll get you some free Titanite shards. Is the game loud? It seems loud. It's as low as possible. What the heck? Maybe it's just my headphones. Hopefully that'll be okay. If it's too quiet, I'll put it back up. I don't know. It just seems really loud in my headphones. Okay, so we got some free Titanite shards. Do we... well, let's go kill the boss down here. So down here is the boss of the Forest of Fallen Giants, and his name is the Last Giant. There's a guy right here who is a dick, so don't talk to him. Just tell him to go away. You can't go through that door. It's locked. Don't worry. It's not your fault. So the reason why I wanted to turn human is to summon mild-mannered Pate. Because, I mean, there are also other human summons. Like this one over here is a real person. But I just want to get mild-mannered Pate because you can always have him as long as you're human. So, me and Pate are going to go in. And he's going to draw aggro for me while I wail on this giant's little footsies. This is the first like real boss because it's got the first kind of like zoom in cutscene. He's supposed to be a real big enemy. He's scurry. Look at him go, tearing stuff up. He's mad as hell. Man, is he ever mad? Run at me. Shit. So basically what you want to do is you want to hang out behind him and smack his heels. And he'll stomp, and when he stomps you want to definitely move away. Preferably by rolling away and not towards his other foot. You don't want to be in front of him by any means. Although Pate is making that difficult. Oh, Pate. There we go, that's what I want. And he's got that combo stomp where he can stomp multiple times in pretty quick succession, so you want to watch out for that. Owie, what? That back top, never been hit by that attack. You definitely don't want to stay in front of him. You don't want to stay behind him. And his stomps hurt very, very much. This guy is so mad, he just tore his own arm off in an effort to try to kill us. He's going to club us with his own arm. If that is not the most angry thing you can think of right now, you might be thinking wrong. Ow, that hit me? Are you serial? Game, you serial right now? Throwing poison at it? You can't. I don't think you can even poison the last giant. Jeez. This last giant is cereal. Oh, Pate. Pate's gone. Pate's really only good to draw after, to be honest. And when he dies, he blocks the health bar, so you can't tell what's going on. But we took him down. And we got our soldier key and the soul of the last giant, as well as a hefty soul reward. And that soldier key opens up an area that gives you access to the pursuer. The pursuer, however, is a little bit tough for our soul level right now and our loadout. So we're actually going to not go talk to the pursuer yet. But there is something that you can do instead of the pursuer. You can open up this door now that you have the soldier key and walk on back. And there's a chest over here. Free stuff. Ring of Restoration and a torch. This Ring of Restoration is a good fourth little ring to wear. It gradually gives you a little bit of health back. So as you play, you get tiny, tiny slivers of health restored. And you'll notice that there's an area out here, but the purpose of it is for later in the game. You'll notice there's this big door and the ominous message, "Produce the symbol of the king." And we don't have that. So just ignore that for a while. Just remember that it's there, and it'll come in handy. So instead of going to fight the pursuer, which we could do now that we have the soldier key, we are going to go back to Majula. And, oh, well, first, I'm going to talk to the hag. Just talk to her a bit. She'll tell you her name. All kinds of stuff. And it's the trees message, I think it's the last one that she gives. Maybe. Oh, there we go. High time. Yeah, it's the high time message. When she gives the high time message, you've done talking to her. And you can warp back to Majula. And back here in Majula, she should now be hanging out off to the side. See her over there on the wall? And she will sell you her wares here now, which is pretty convenient, I think. Let's see, what do we want to do? I'm going to upgrade our sword, reinforce weapon armor. We've got 8 Titanite shards, you see down there at the bottom, this right here. You need 6 for the first stage of upgrade. So we're going to upgrade our fire longsword because it's one of the better items that we've got. And bam. So it takes 1 the first level, 2 the second level, and 3 the third level. And then after that it requires large Titanite shards, and it requires 6 more of those. And there are other options here at the beginning. Like if you have the DLC, you can use stuff like this yellow quartz sword or the bastard sword, but they require a little more stat investment. So for now, our fire longsword 3 is pretty good. But like if I got a couple more points in strength, this yellow quartz longsword does a lot more physical damage. But our fire longsword does fire damage as well, which is pretty good at the early part of the game. I'm going to open up this chest and get a free short bow. And that short bow will give us the option of using arrows on certain things and enemies. But we don't have enough dexterity for it quite yet. That's okay though. We're going to level up a couple of times. And let's see, let's get some endurance, piece of vitality, Vitality is for increasing your equipment load primarily, and it's a pretty good thing. It's good. It's a good, what you call it, stat to add. Although we don't need it quite yet. We don't have any heavy armor to wear. So we'll just stick to strength. Now we can use our fire longsword one-handed. Which means we can put on a shield. Large leather shield. What is this? Transgressor's leather shield. That's not nearly as good, is it? Is there any shield that I can wear that's, like, better than my large leather shield right now? This bound wooden shield's pretty good, but I don't have 11 strength, so... Alright, we'll just do that. All that DLC stuff is convenient, but you still have to make use of it properly. Okay, so... we got all this stuff. We got level up. We got the upgrade to our sword. And we're going to head over into the new area. So if you go through this little archway, you may have explored this before when you were in Majula. And you notice that, like, there's this thing that you can't do anything with. Contraption does not move. And there's a path going down here. So down here is where we're going. There's a free shield down here, but it's not really... not a very good shield, but it looks cool. It's the Crimson Parma. Going down, down, down. Grab that, Crimson Parma. It's not very good. Our leather shield, our large leather shield is better. You can just drop off this little ledge and go through this door as it opens. Run down to the end of the hallway and grab a free item. Nothing big. It's a soul and a broken sword. It's broken sword? Broken sword. And you run through and you emerge into Hyde's Tower of Flame. Hyde's Tower of Flame is where the next two bosses we are going to fight reside. These big knights are pretty annoying because they hit very hard and you can't stagger them very easily. They have practically infinite poise for our purposes. And they hit hard, but they're very, very slow. So they're not too much of a problem. Let's go down here. I'm going to talk to this bonfire. Lit. And we're not going to sit at it just because I don't want this guy to respawn. Not yet, because we're about to go back to Majula, and I don't want to fight him too many times on camera. This guy is really annoying. He tracks really far, and he's just a lot stronger than the other guy. Oof. That's close. Oh wow, he turns around really far on that one. This guy is one of my least favorite enemies in the game, actually. Because of his placement at the beginning. He's like, I don't know, he's not like terribly hard, but he's not easy. But you want to kill him and you don't want him to fall off the ledge because you can get that Sublime Bone Dust from him. Sublime Bone Dust is a very nice item. What you need to do is, once you get it, you want to go back to Majula, and you want to sit at the Majula bonfire and select Burn. Wait, is it like, do you select Burn, like what, or is it like Burn in, yeah, just Burn. Okay, then you want to burn your Sublime Bone Dust. Boom. Some force has strengthened the Estus Flask. Very good. And let's travel back to the Hyde's Tower. And now, you'll notice down there, on the bottom left, Estus Flask +1 indicates that we now have an even stronger Estus Flask. So in addition to having extra drinks of it, we now have extra potency on each drink, making the whole thing overall more valuable. And this guy with the mace does not respawn, which is why you really want to kill him instead of like tricking him to walk off the ledge. But let's go talk to this guy. Hello. This guy, This guy will often trick himself into falling off the ledge, but it's also a little bit dangerous to fight him up here just because they get to cover a lot of ground every time they step and attack, and you can fall off these ledges pretty easily. But we're gonna pull this lever that pops up after you kill him, and that is going to raise that platform down there in the water. And now there's extra footing to fight one of the bosses on. This area gave me a lot of trouble the first time I played it. It's just, you gotta get used to these guys' attack patterns. So you want to go in here just enough for the guys in the back to back off. And then you can fight this guy with the greatsword. And you want to just kind of be careful, watch his attacks. If he does the double slash down, he'll almost always follow up with that clockwise slash. And that clockwise slash, you can jump over the blade if you just dodge past him. As long as you dodge right before it swings at you, you will go over the blade and you won't take any damage. Which is pretty cool. I think it's nice. These guys, mostly what you want to do is just sort of try to cut off their attacks. You don't necessarily want to dodge left and right too much. You want to dodge towards them. Try to dodge behind them. Because what happens then is you'll get behind them and they can't hit you for a second because they have to turn around while they attack in order to reach you. But the guys with the greatswords, they can turn around a lot easier than the guys with the sword and shield. So just know your enemy, watch them a bit, get to know their attack patterns, and just rule of thumb, just try to stay behind them. It'll help a lot. Alright, so we killed them, and now another lever is going to pop up right around here. Hold that. And pull. And that's going to put up another platform to give us the maximum amount of footing in the next area. I'm going to go for a funny little jump that I like here. It doesn't really, there's no real point in doing it other than kicks, but it's funny and it's fun to watch and fun to do. You don't have to do this. Instead, you can just walk down those stairs right over there. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the risky way, which is not the way you should play Dark Souls, but it's the way I like to play Dark Souls. So let's do this. Baby jump, amazing. Oh, beautiful. Be right back. Hello, I'm back, and so I just mentioned that I got a baby jump, right? What the heck does that mean, you might say? It means in this game there are some different kinds of jumps. There's a shorter jump, a normal jump, and a longer jump. And I'm pretty sure there's a kind of a gradient to it, so they're not broken down into 3 separate categories. But, you know, there's 3 extremes. Well, there's 2 extremes. And there's no real way to predict whether you're going to get a small jump or a large jump. There's been a lot of discussion on the matter since the game came out, and it's just not, you just don't know. And this is one of those times when it matters what jump you get. There's a lot of jumps where it doesn't matter, but in this one it does, because this wasn't an intended jump, so it's not exactly the same. But I'm going to try to do this again. Yep. Got the regular jump that time. Fantastic. Alright, cool. And that's that jump. I like it. It's very fun. It doesn't help you at all, actually. So I don't recommend it. But I like to play it. This is how I roll. Get rid of this guy real quick. Get out. And since we wasted our time on a baby jump, we have to use another human effigy because we want to summon this NPC over here on this little ledge named Masterless Glencore. And the Masterless Glencore is a pretty good NPC. He can he can cast a lightning spear, which is a ranged attack that can deal lots of damage to bosses. And he has a very large sword, and so he can help you with this fight a lot. This is the Dragonrider. He is not terribly hard. He's not terribly easy the first time you fight him, because his moveset is pretty limited, but yeah, he's pretty small and he's pretty quick, despite being looking pretty tubby. Masterless Clanker does a great job of helping out. He's very strong. So basically, your strategy on this guy is to oh, what am I doing? Okay. Your strategy is to circle around him. Doesn't matter which direction. And just kind of take pot shots while trying to avoid his attacks. If you circle around him, most of the time you won't get hit by attacks. But attacks like those sweeping ones, they will hit you unless you dodge or block them. Well, they still hit you, block them. But yeah, so basically the name of the game is keep away and stab him in the butt. Just like pretty much all of Dark Souls. Which way did I come in? Wait, that way? No, going this way. Okay. So continue out the back of the arena. Pretty small boss, right? He's really just a mini boss, to be honest. Go up here and talk to this lady, Licia.
Are you from these parts?
No,
My name
not
is
really.
Licia.
That's nice.
I have come to. I can.
So
help the
Licia of Lindelt is a
the
miracle
king.
worker.
I think.
She
Why
can
did
sell
I
you
come?
miracles
Do I need any of my
if you are
and
into
some-
that sort of thing. Miracles
somehow-
are,
And what?
see, it's the
I
I
expect-
expect, yeah. When you get to the I expect
without to
phrase,
Sorry.
you can stop talking to her and it'll send her back to Majula. You can buy some nice items here. Her Ring of Prayer gives you, I think, three or maybe 5 faith. But it is 28,000 souls, so it's kind of expensive at this point in the game. But you can get things like Force and Lightning Spear and Homeward. Homeward is very convenient for the new Souls player because you don't have to use a Homeward bone to go back to the last bonfire you were at. So that's pretty nice. Lightning Spear is a fantastic spell that can carry you through most of the game, actually. One cast of this gives you, I think, maybe something like 8 or 12 uses. I don't know, a pretty large amount, and they do lots of damage, and they're ranged, and it's just amazing. You can wreck bosses and kill enemies all the time with it. You can also get heal, med heal, and great heal, excerpt from her, and those are all exactly like they sound. They oh, here we go. 10 uses. Yeah. Down here it tells you how many uses. So the miracle system is pretty cool, but we're not going to do that on this character.
The god.
I think what we're going to use is actually some intelligence, but later. So we're going to activate this bonfire, but we're not going to sit at it because we've still got plenty of heals. We have 3 on our +1 flask. So, I healed once trying to get back to where I cut the last time. But we're going to go back this way, and we're going to finish off this area. Because we've got pretty much just enough time to go kill the other boss here. Hello. So these guys, you kind of want to just try to aggro only the greatsword one. So walk up pretty close, but not terribly close. You want to talk to the greatsword guy, bait his attack, and try to get some good damage in. Ooh, dead. Come up and kill this guy, business as usual. Oh, free item. Cracked blue eye orb. Cracked blue eye orbs are for invading the world of the guilty. That means that people who have sinned by killing NPCs or killing player characters as a Black Phantom, they incur sin, and you can summon yourself into their world, invade them as an arbiter of justice, and you can fight and kill them. Preferably you kill them instead of they kill you. And if you win, you get some souls, and you get a point towards your covenant if you are a blue sentinel. The blue sentinels are also the people summoned to help those in the covenant of the meek. What is our covenant called? Player info, maybe? Way of Blue, yeah. Way of Blue. You can get summoned into people who are Way of Blue if you're a Blue Sentinel. And the person who lets you join the Blue Sentinels is actually right after this boss. This is another convenient ring in this chest. It's called the Ring of Binding. You also get some human effigies, which is pretty convenient. But the Ring of Binding lets you... it limits your HP reduction when hollow. So instead of being 50% as the lowest amount of health you can have when hollow, it actually becomes something like 75%, I think, maybe 80. Not entirely sure on that one. I don't want to use a repair powder, but I'm prepared to. Maybe we can just use a different weapon. We could just use this yellow quartz, because we can use it with two hands. Yeah, we're gonna use this, but only because I don't have I didn't rest at that bonfire we were just at. Yeah, you know, use what you got, right? If you don't want to use this, then it's not really a big deal. You can use whatever weapon you've been using as long as you just keep it repaired. This doesn't do any flipping damage at all. So this is the old Dragonslayer, and Souls fans might recognize that this guy bears a striking resemblance to someone in a previous game, in the Dark Souls 1 game. He looks just like Ornstein. Oh, whoops. I shouldn't have healed there, because he can follow up. Yep, that's okay though. He looks just like Ornstein, which is pretty cool. But I think the idea is supposed to be that he's this kind of old and weak version of Ornstein. Or perhaps he's not even Ornstein at all. Who knows? Man, not doing so hot though. Wow, I don't do any damage, man. Let's throw some witching urns at him, shall we? Yep. Oh, that's good. That's good damage. Slash at me. Keep on throwing some witching urns at him. Ooh, no. Rude. Quite rude. I need to find an opening to heal. Oh, owie. Oh, dead. Hi. Goodbye. See you next time. Well, I got wrecked. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So, that was a horrific failure, but this time we're going to use our fire longsword, and we should be okay. What? It didn't let me dodge after I picked it up. Alright, Jesus. For a heal opening, and then we'll get to business. That's it. Alright. Wasted all those witching urns too now. That's much better damage though. What am I doing? Jeez, I'm bad today. Oh my god. I'm gonna die again. Gotta heal up, rookie. Okay. The name of the game is Keep Away. This is how you play Dark Souls. You try to read their attacks, you try to avoid getting hit, and you try to hit them back. That's all you do. So, let's actually do it, shall we? Keep your eye on the lion. Nope. If he does that, get away, because he will do lots of damage to you. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Ah, that's bullshit. Bam, good double stab. That swing, I can't seem to avoid, so I'm just blocking it now. Whoops. Okay, wow, that was close. Almost got comboed. Come on. Okay. Interesting. Nope. I kind of missed. Oh, whatever, man. That's bullshit. Please. Okay. Ooh. Tanks too many hits on my shield. Got my stamina broken, but luckily he doesn't chain together too many combos. And so, what? How did that hurt me? I had my shield up. Didn't make any sense. Come on, attack me. Please do something. Alright, there we go. Nope. Wow, that's not even what I wish I did. What? I put my shield up. Alright, this is getting sloppy. Gotta watch the hell out. Do something, would you? Oh god. Okay. Oh. Yeah, what you got? What you got? Huh? What you got? Nothing. You got nothing. Oh god. Girl, what you earn? Blam, get witched. Done. Done. Okay, wow. That was harder than it should have been. But back here, you get some free items. What do we got here? We got the cracked blue eye orb ×3. This guy will tell you that you suck. He doesn't like you.
This is no place for one such as you. Be gone.
Blah, blah, blah. He will only talk to you if you have a token of fidelity, which you can get by playing online with other people with the large white sign soapstone. And he gives you the Haid Knight Iron Mask, or, you know, that chest does. And it looks pretty cool. I think I'm going to wear it. Boom. I don't think I'm going to wear it until I get a certain other piece of armor that we're actually going to get next episode. But for now, we have a few souls, and next time I'm going to be spending those souls in Majula. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed. I know I did. And always back up all your settings. Always back up all your settings in your games and video recording software and all that stuff. Write them down at least, if you can't back them up, because it has caused probably about 5 extra hours of work because I wasn't thorough enough in my settings checking. So, anyway, until next time, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.